Hi guys, CV1122 and Ella inspired me to make this CV11. Vicky directed me to a video by Vision Victory on how they come about their employment figures in America, and it's exactly how they do it here. If you're gainfully employed for 5 minutes over here, they put in the statistics that you've been working full time for 1 year. That I don't have it offhand exactly how they do it here, but I have read it, and it's absolutely bullshit the way they do it. How they say that you've been employed. So anyway, go over there, have a look at his, because that's what they do here. That's exactly what they do here. We aren't coming out of any recession here. I'm watching businesses go under more and more. I've watched this one company makes millions, and they're starting to struggle now. So things are pretty bad over here as well. Also, Ella wrote a vlog, made a vlog, and she was reading this article by, I've got the article here, Paul Craig Roberts, and I'll also put that on the side. But what he says in there, he makes extremely poignant remarks, and it is well worth reading this or going to Ella's vlog and listening to her read this out, because like I said, he makes very poignant remarks. And there was one part here that particularly took my notice. It was let me read it. Among the well-meaning and gullible in the West, the supposition still exists the government represents the public interests. Political parties keep this myth alive, fighting over the best party, which party best represents the public interest. It's got nothing to do with representing us. It goes on. In truth, governments represent private interests, those of the office holders themselves and those of the lobby groups that finance their political campaigns. The public is kept in the dark to their real agenda. But read the whole article, because it is well worth reading, and it's true, and we know this ourselves. We get on, we watch we think, oh yes, no, we'll get him and he's going to do the right thing, and he gets in, and of course he doesn't do the right thing, because he's not there to serve us. He's there for his own agenda, and that's exactly what crud is doing. And a couple of times people have said to me, why do I care what goes on in the US? Because I've told you before, what happens in the US, they fart, we smell it. What happens in the US, we follow their paradigm. For instance, the vests. I told you about the vests over there. It works in America, so it works here. Bomber gets on an underwear bomber gets escorted onto the plane without a passport, which was all just a farce to get these scanners in. He gets on a plane in the US, heading to the US, sorry. And what does Australia do? They've got to have scanners now in the airport, because that happened in America. So anything that happens in America gets passed down to us directly. So if we can get the Americans to stand up and right what's wrong over there, then hopefully some of the Australians will get off their ass and do the same. And Vicky also made a poignant remark. She said, the time for being nice is over. And that's exactly right. Look what nice got us. Look what nice got us. We're at war. We're told constantly we're at war, and to be terrified all the time of bombers and etc. Look at this world. It's in such disarray, and it's such a mess, because we've sat there and said nothing. And that's exactly, we need to stop being nice. Can you imagine, you get one nice letter, you get one letter telling them to stop this shit right now. Which one do you really think that they're going to look at? I know the nice letter will be going in the bin. It's because enough people aren't getting up and speaking their mind. And it's about time more people spoke their mind. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of the world. I just sit there and at night and I just shake my head in disillusionment about how bad this world has become, and how it's so blatantly obvious what is going on, and yet we just allow it. It's like what this guy wrote here about the bombs. Where is it? Let me quickly find this. I'll stop this for a second while I quickly find and read it to you. Here we go. It says the willingness of the people to believe their rulers and propaganda ministries that serve the rulers is astonishing. Many Americans believe Iran has nuclear weapons program, despite the unanimous conclusion that 16 US intelligence agencies to the contrary. We know what they're telling us is a lie. We know Obama is lying, and yet he's still there. He's still doing it, totally disregarding all of this, could not care less. He is still going along with his agenda. Why? Because we're sitting here allowing it. And it's like crud. We're sitting here allowing this. And it's like these scanners that went in, who was the name of that guy? He was the head of, one second. Here we go. They wanted to get those scanners put in and they needed something to happen. What happens? The Undy bomber, who was put onto a plane without a passport, comes along, and now they've got these, the lobbyists got these scanners through now. And a group of lobbyists headed up by Michael Chernoff, who was the head of Homeland Securities, he now represents the one company that makes these incredibly expensive scanners. This is the guy that used to be running Homeland Security, now runs the company that makes these scanners. It's so obvious what's going on. It's so disillusioning to see that we know the truth and yet they don't give a shit. They just carry on doing what they're doing because nobody's doing anything to stop them. They're just allowed to do it. Obama is shitting on everybody and we're just allowing it. I'm so sick of it.